Sure. Payfort is an online service provider. So basically, we provide different payment options in different markets for different merchants. Meaning, of course, we provide payments like Visa, Mastercard, American Express, JCB, but we also offer innovative payments such as a payment we came up with is called Pay at Home, which is the reverse of cash on delivery. It's designed for the for cross-border trade. So if you're buying something from Europe, or if you're buying something from from Saudi, shipping it to Egypt or to the UAE or vice versa, the e-commerce merchant doesn't have to ship the product without not knowing that the customer didn't pay for it, and that the customer doesn't have a credit card. They can make that payment through a courier company that it goes to them to collect the money prior to the shipment. This is a new innovation, so this has been around for 5 months. We've done the testing with two sites in the UAE, Clear Trip, which represents travel, and Kubon, that represented e-commerce and group buying. Both are virtual products because one is issuing a voucher and the other one is issuing a ticket or a package and so forth. So it worked out pretty well because, for example, Kubon had a COD model, and they've seen that with Pay at Home, their fulfillment is 25% much better compared to cash on delivery. Although both payments are COD based, so it has a higher success ratio than a traditional cash on delivery transaction. It is still cash on delivery, but the question is the sequence. So what happens is that you order an item and you deliver the item, then you collect the money at the same time. Pay at Home is that you order an item, you pay for it, and then the item is shipped to you. So we have an API with 6 courier companies now that what they basically do is report the data back to us, which we reported immediately back to the courier company through our API. So what happens is that the merchant knows right away that the customer paid the money, so they can go ahead and ship the shipment or issue the transaction. I think the Arab world is following the trends of the rest of the world, which around 60% is consumer electronics, around I would say 25% home products, and then everything else, which is fashion, health and beauty, is around 25%. Of course, again, it depends on the customer what they're buying. If I'm buying something from the Arab world into the Arab world, I would say apparel is more than consumer electronics because there's an abundance of availability of consumer electronics. But maybe I don't have the shirt from Tommy Hilfiger in the current market that I'm in. I want to buy it directly through Tommy Hilfiger. All of the payment gateways in the market, and there's around 4 or 5 depending on which market you're talking about, whether it's UAE or Saudi or Egypt or Kuwait. So they're all international players. We're a local company. We're positioning ourselves as the payment gateway for the Arab world because we are local. We're giving local support. We have local solutions, and our technology is very innovative. So when it comes to, for example, risk management, most of the payment gateways, they usually look at 70 business rules to manage risk. In our payment gateway, we look at 20,000 business rules. So the customer that is buying an iPhone is different than the customer that is buying a tie in terms of risk as well. So we break it down to the item level as opposed to the country you're buying from or the IP you're buying from or the credit card that you're using and so forth. So we're trying to make it more dynamic to make it easier for merchants to not worry about payment, not worry about risk. Let us worry about the payment and risk, and they worry about growing their business. Well, there's mobile. I'm shopping on the mobile. Yes, this is happening. There, I think around 16% of the transactions in e-commerce we're seeing in the region are coming from a mobile device or a tablet, a phone or a tablet. However, the payment is still the same. It's still a credit card-based payment. So we've developed a technology to enable app developers to build the payment gateway inside the app as opposed to outside the app. The question I think what you're asking is that a payment option that is mobile-based, which is like not NFC or MPOS or mobile point of sale, we see that happening. I think this would empower the small merchant and also having more of a cashless society, but probably would take 2 to 3 years to start really happening. It started happening in the UAE already, but And for it to scale in the rest of the Arab world, I think we have between 3 to 5 years.